What up guys, good morning and welcome back. So today we'll be looking at an oil-based pomade, and I know we haven't done that in a real long time. Mine is like Baxter Clay, which was like, yes, an oil-based pomade, but not really what we're talking about. However, this will be the first time we look at like a true grease, you can say, in a really long time. So before that though, if you or rather just one quick reminder, the Pomp promo codes discounts are available to you as always. Like over 10 different brewers, over 50 different products, just always available to you guys. The Pomp, all caps. Use it on their Etsy's, their storefronts, their own private websites. As long as you buy direct, you should be able to save some money. And specifically with the product we'll be looking at today, or rather the brand, the Mailroom Barber, the discount is actually 25%. That's like the most I've ever been able to get you guys. But I can only get you guys for that for a temporary amount of time. On July 10th, it's going to end. It's going to drop back down to 10%. So that 25%, make use of it now. But yeah, so let's go on with the review. Today we'll be looking at the Mailroom Barber Nolde Forest. And what this is a collaboration between the Mailroom Barber and Cody, which is like a friend and photographer that he uses a lot. So they're both like partners. They're both like people who like communicate a lot, work together a lot. And so they decided to push out a product. And at first, I was it sounded kind of weird, just like the Mailroom Barber and some guy we don't really know, some photographer that exists in the world. And it was weird, but I mean, I tried the product now. I'm not sure. I was actually like, damn, it's actually a pretty damn good product. Like, yeah, whatever, it works. Because like we tried the original like pomade from the Mailroom Barber like almost a year ago now, and like it was good, but it had like a really like distinctive smell that we really couldn't get on board with. And especially Tinsley, she did not like that one at all. But I mean, this one actually has a really interesting, and it really hits like the aura, the feel of this pomade. So like, I mean, this one is a big step up, and it's actually a really good product. So let's get on talking about it. We'll go ahead, go over the design first. So Node Forest pomade, handmade and ethically sourced in the USA. Cody Calhoun X, the Mailroom Barber. So this is a collaboration between these two, and it comes in a nice glass jar. The label is actually a clear label, which I mean, I honestly would have preferred, or I thought would have been super cool if they could actually print it directly on, because you do see like the seams of the glass, or rather like the seams of the glass is mode, and that really pushes up the label and causes bubbling underneath. And with a clear label, you can obviously see it extremely well. Anyways, on the back you have the ingredients, other miscellaneous information. It's a medium hold. On the website, it's kind of like a medium heavy hold. It's a vegan pomade, all natural, and cooked up out of specifically Florence, South Carolina. So opening it up, you have the product inside, which has the same color as the original, but you kind of see this like this more translucent like ness to the pomade, and so that's like a slight difference with like the original, you can say. But yep, it's that amber color jar, and let's go ahead and start using it. Oh yeah, also excuse like my voice and everything right now, because I mean, I'm filming this like super early in the morning. I'm trying to fit this in before work and do it during the weekday, so I have more time to do even more reviews during the weekend. So but we should be good. The smell of this pomade is actually like, it's still really distinctive like the original one, but it gets it right. Like, this is Nolde Forest, like that's the name of this pomade, and it's like an actual forest that like the Mailroom Barber and his friend are both like accustomed to. They hike in it and stuff like that, and so their idea or their goal was to like kind of capture that atmosphere and put it into a jar. And so what you get is like a really like piney, slight herb or like herbalness, and just like an overall kind of like, I don't know, pushing towards like the humid like mustiness of like a real forest. And out of all the products that I smelled, this one actually probably does the best job of capturing like the true smell of like a forest. I mean, the only one I've been to or anything remotely close is like somewhere like hiking up in like Lake Tahoe and stuff. But like, I mean, it gets it. Like, it actually gets it extremely well. But yeah, so that's the smell of it. And actually, like, it actually lasts a majority of the day. Like, I was walking home from work yesterday to my car, and I was actually like still smelling it. Not super strong, of course, but there's still notes of it, and it was really pleasant. So the smell, I wanted to give time to talk about it because I mean it deserves it. They got it right. So scooping it out, like, it's really tough in the jar, but like you just push down and you break it down right away, and it turns to butter after that. So kind of like akin to like Granddad's or something, where the pomade's like super waxy, but once you kind of just like touch it or push it, it breaks down real quick. Then smearing in the hands, it really does turn to like butter. Obviously, medium weight application is also super easy too, and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been using it for the past 2 days now. You can kind of say that I was carrying like a build up into this review, but as you can kind of see, there actually wasn't any build up, and we'll talk about that later. The application is really easy, it's really nice. The scent's like a really balanced one right now. It's not like super strong. That's actually another nice thing about the scent of this pomade. The way they did it, the way they have it, it's like strong, it's present, but it's not ever overbearing. Like typically when we smell a pomade and it's like boom right in your face, it burns brightly and then like it burns out real quick. But this one actually doesn't. And like it burns brightly, but it doesn't blind you per se. So if oil-based pomade, medium weight, want to make sure we get it underneath the hair, get in the good spot. Yeah. Damn it, that was just a dream. I had a dream I got a haircut, and I guess I actually believed that until now. My hair is pretty damn long right now. I mean, it reaches all the way down to my chin, the middle part. And what I'm happy with is like the sides are kind of long, so they slick back beautifully right now. And I had a dream, had my sides all nice and like tapered and stuff. Everything was all cleaned up, but whatever. It's not way too long right now, as in I can still work with it really easily, but I mean, compared to most people, it is long. Go ahead and take like one more really small scoop and just coat the top and stuff. Also, one of the things I really like about this pomade specifically, and something I noticed I wasn't expecting though, was like kind of like the overall feel of this oil-based pomade. I mean, the reason why I don't use oil-based pomades that much is just because of like the greasiness and stuff. But this one actually feels really clean. And I mean, yesterday I had to swap out my headlights. One of them finally burned out, and so I was out in like the Houston humid hot weather, and I had this product in, and like I mean, of course, ain't nothing not gonna like melt in that weather, but the thing is like, it didn't feel super greasy afterwards. I didn't feel like super annoyed. I mean, it was totally okay. And so this product is like slick. It's like oily and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel greasy. It feels clean, which is really interesting. But yeah, so pomade all applied, but go ahead and start like slicking back, making sure that like, especially since it's an oil-based pomade, we want to make sure everything's like nice and evenly distributed. So as you expect from like an oil-based pomade, I mean everything comes back extremely easily, everything is smooth, and it's super clean. Let's go ahead and make the part now. And also notice a good amount of shine, and everything is real slick. Obviously no stray hairs at all. And look how beautiful that side is. It's just slicked back, not stuck to my head like Suavecito Firme would do, but like just a clean pull back. And then same thing with the other side, real clean. And with the side slick back, go ahead and start forming like the pomp now. And I'll go ahead and say it. I mean, I'm gonna be done. I don't need a cut or anything. Don't need to kind of transition over it. I mean, that was really quick. And that's like kind of one of the benefits of just like a good solid oil based pomade. It's quick to style. It's predictable. All right, so I mean, look, shape is beautiful. I mean, you got like a nice average height. This is like a medium, heavy-ish like pomade, and so I consider it more just a straight medium. So we got like an average height. We have beautiful slickness. I mean, like no stray hairs, great shape. Everything's like together. The control was good, as you can tell. The shine is also really nice and like solid. I mean, this reminds me of what we just looked at last week, Tough and Tumble #2. I mean, like it's a good solid shine, but unlike that product, this shine actually lasts the entire day. So, real nice, real good. The scent still at the same like kind of strength and stuff like that. Like it exists, I smell it, but it's like not overbearing at all. And yeah, so I mean, everything looks fantastic. I mean, just the thing is, you can definitely see it now. The one downside of all base pomades, and actually literally noticed this right when I kind of started using it again, is that you might start like kind of breaking out if you're not accustomed to it. And right now, boom, right there, big whopper pimple. I've not used all bases in a long time, so I wasn't really that surprised when I saw it. But anyways, I mean, the hair looks good. Everything is really clean. And yeah, I'll come back in a few hours, or rather 8 hours, since I gotta go to work now. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about like the pomade then, how well it performed and stuff like that. So other than that, take care guys and have a good day. Alright, so what up guys? I'm back now. Work is over. It's like 6 p.m. now. And so let's finally like kind of get a gist of whether this like pomade did well in terms of endurance or not. And in all honesty, like it wasn't bad. I mean, we've seen like an approximately like 30% loss in like kind of hold and strength, but everything's still well shaped. I mean, I did restyle it, but only because I really changed shirts and stuff like that. In all honesty, it actually stayed where it was supposed to be. And I was outside today doing work like in this Houston weather, so I mean, I'm impressed. I'm happy with it. This is pretty exceptional, actually. And restylability, I mean, obviously the pomade stays soft. It's an oil base, stays malleable. You can totally comb it, hand comb it, whatever you really want. The scent is, I'll say I don't smell it right now. I mean, if someone else came into the room and like smelled my hair, they probably will smell it. But I mean, obviously, once you get accustomed to the smell, it has to be pretty strong for you to like kind of sense it. But I mean, I did have to like do work, and like I said, I kind of like sweated and stuff like that. So the scent is on the weaker end now. The shine is still there, definitely. The overall shape is good, but you definitely notice sagging now. Rinsability. And so for rinsability, I want to say you can get 90% of it out in one shower,
which is really impressive for like an oil-based pomade, and that's like legit. I think there's still a little bit in there, but basically you can get 90 to 100 depending on like really how hard you agitate your hair and whether you like rinse once or twice during a shower. And so that's really good. And so overall, I mean, it receives my seal of approval. I mean, Mailroom Barber in collaboration with like Cody for this like Node Forest like collaboration, it's good. I mean, the concept was like a solid one. I mean, it's like a good like you're like they were inspired by like a forest they're both like familiar with, and so just the aura that really lends and it's actually really carried through well with this pomade, and especially the scent. The scent freaking kills for this pomade. I mean, whether it's like in lines with your taste or not, it is what they describe it as. Like it really captures the atmosphere, the aura, the energy of like a forest. And so the performance is also really good. Even though it's like a medium weight, the endurance is just like solid for this pomade. And I'm telling you, like for other oil-based pomades, like for example, Granddad's, um, there's a few other ones, Birds, like they do lose a lot of even more like hold during the day. They actually kind of like I don't want to say evaporate in a way, but they actually kind of get absorbed really well into like your hair, and then you kind of lose all the hold. Whereas this pomade is like still really like it's more persistent. It's like more resilient, and so it's just a great product overall. I'm honestly like really impressed, and so it comes out July 22nd, so you won't get the 25% promo code I mentioned at the beginning on it, but you will get the 10%. I mean, that also depends whether he wants to include this collaboration in the promo code or not. But either way, I highly recommend this pomade. Keep an eye out for it. July 22nd is going to be released. What else? What else? Use the promo code. I made it for you guys. Other than that, I'm going to head out now to Clayton's goodbye party. The dude's moving away from Houston, so yeah. Take care, guys. Hope you guys got something out of this review, and peace.